Bentornati al Superstudio Più.
Welcome back to Superstudio Più and the 2010 Temporary Museum for New Design. This second meeting is being held in the Tortona area, an iconic central location dedicated to experimentation, home of creative expression and the best in design. So what's happening this year? This year there's even more emphasis on the museum aspect. So less shows, more museums. That means no stands, just lots of galleries, closed away, ready to be discovered, showing not just products, but emotions, interactive experiences and reflections. Of course, the commercial business aspect is important, but we believe that true experimentation and emotion come from within. The history behind the products can stimulate a deeper understanding and also encourage a purchase. So our exhibitors, or rather our designers, were invented to present their creations in a completely different context, one that is more museum-like. We invited some big-name designers to take part in the exhibition at the Temporary Museum. Well-known architects and also new young talent discovered all over the world. We have some very big names at Superstudio Più and the Temporary Museum. Jean Nouvel, the Campana brothers, Paola Navone, Matton, Arik Levy, Marcel Vanders, Max Sadler and others. These are just a few examples. There were so many, each with their own original project. Amongst them are the big names of tomorrow, and this is all coordinated by Giulio Cappellini, who among other things is the director of the Temporary Museum. His elegant, strong style can be found everywhere. I really think you can't resist the pull of the Temporary Museum in Via Tortona. So we're expecting a lot of visitors.
I
think at this particular point in time, economically, historically, there are things that need to be protected. Two are particularly important: consistency and quality. And these qualities are the basis of Superstudio 2010. I refer to consistency because this year we're continuing on a path that has already been started, working in a clear, lucid and precise way. And I refer to quality because today, more than ever, we're convinced that quality projects are winning projects. And this moment, people need quality. It doesn't matter whether this quality comes from a young designer in their 20s based in Sydney or a renowned architect in their 60s based in Paris. So we have this concept of high quality combined with products of a partially museum-like nature. What does that mean? Well, it means making the product or installation accessible to everyone. People come to see them and they can look at them, touch them and enjoy them, whereas in most museums they can look at them and admire them, but there's no interaction. The element of interaction is very important. This time we're trying to improve on the last edition and we want to stir emotion within the public. We believe that we're exhibiting installations and products of the highest quality. I think it's fascinating to be able to make an impact on the visitor and make something really stick in their mind. So rather than displaying individual works by individual designers from individual companies, we try to create a fil rouge connecting all of these extraordinarily different artistic works. Also, within this collective fil rouge, we try to maintain a high level of quality. From the entrance of Superstudio, there's a main street which leads you to all the different galleries and reminds you of a city street, with a landscape created by Flavio Lucchini and an extraordinary giant historical edition of Achille Castiglioni's lamp for Floss. And it ends with a big wall with Alessandro Mandini's interpretation of Piatto del Cuore, a charity initiative that he's supporting and developing in Milan. So even communal spaces can reflect art in high quality. We wanted to create this great vessel where stories, cultures and traditions of the various projects would intertwine and amalgamate. We wanted our public to be able to come and spend time within this vessel and leave feeling enriched.
Ho fatto un'installazione molto speciale che sta all'inizio di questo grande percorso di cui
I created a very special installation that's at the beginning of the journey that Giulio described.
all'interno del mondo magico del vetro.
Firstly, it's a journey within the magical world of glass.
Si immaginano misterioso che arriva da quest'isola a Murano.
It's perceived as a mysterious world.
Personaggi stranissimi
From the island of Murano,
soffiano queste magie dalla mattina.
where there are these strangely sophisticated people who blow these magical creations from morning till night.
Progetto è
Barovientoso is the company that asked me to do this project.
ho deciso di mostrare attraverso il colore
It's a magical installation, a journey that I decided to portray using the colour blue, a colour that I feel is part of me.
e toccheremo questo vetro e vedremo
Things happen on this journey. We touch the glass and we see these beautiful objects from truly unexpected angles.
in attesa.
El Decor Italia fa parte di un network internazionale.
El Decor Italia is part of an international network headed by 25 people around the world.
A Milano dal 2003 consegniamo un premio
Every year since 2003, El Decor awards a prize for design in Milan.
delle 10 categorie dell'Edida. È nata da
It has 12 categories, and one of them is the Young Talent category.
Via Tortona, Young Talent è di
As of last year, there's a Young Talent exhibition in Via Tortona.
perché i giovani talenti selezionati da tutte le edizioni del network
During Design Week, young designers from the network are selected and they're given the chance to present their projects.
progetti. Con Giulio Cappellini stiamo selezionando le loro
In collaboration with Giulio Cappellini, we're reviewing their entries, and the young designers will be there at the opening of Design Week to present their projects.
della Design Week per presentare i loro progetti. Noi con El Decor invece saremo anche presenti con El
We in El Decor will also be there with El Decor Cafe to mark the company's 20th anniversary.
di storia.
Il segno del successo del Temporary Museum lo vediamo da molti fattori.
We believe the Temporary Museum's success is due to several factors.
Un'azienda di questa portata che arriva è veramente
Firstly, for the new entries and companies like Floss, whose arrival was a really big deal. It's in Zona Tortona, in a truly avant-garde area for the companies that are important, but less stable. And then there's Diesel, who are presenting a loft in their own style, in collaboration with Moroso, Foscarini and others. Actually, Foscarini is also presenting a big vertical installation in the central piazza of our urban landscape, along with Barovientoso and others.
è l'apertura di un nuovo
But more importantly, there's the opening of a new polo.
fabbrica abbandonata da anni proprio di
Years ago, they had a factory just opposite Superstudio Più, which we identified as the face of Superstudio Più.
Innovation Imagination saranno presenti nuovi
And then there's Innovation Imagination, which presents new brands and names, transversal experiences, innovative artistic products, which really open up to fantasy and innovation.
andare a visitare
Another reason to go and see Innovation Imagination is the video featuring interviews with international architects and designers, made for the very people who follow and support our world of design.
agli attori principali
Another Superstudio recommendation is the Hope and Spa design, set up in the photographic studios on Via Forcella 13. This isn't in the form of a gallery or stands, none of that. Just 10 decorated spaces or environments inspired by the world of health and wellness. So spas, baths, whole houses that have been decorated and styled according to this concept of health at home and wellness chez nous.
In casa nostra, proprio come se fossimo chez nous.